What's up, gang? Um, Today I don't have a lot of time, so I am just going to scroll r/CrossFit on Reddit for a couple minutes and just kind of give my thoughts or reactions, and yeah. So here we go. I'm gonna pull up the screen real quick. Also, for some reason, something about Reddit really just grinds my gears wrong. No matter what page I'm on in CrossFit, something about the CrossFit, the Reddit culture just typically makes me a little bit uh annoyed sometimes. So I'm gonna try and be good about this. Um I don't know what it is, but here we go. So I'm on r/CrossFit. And yeah, I'm just gonna get scrolling. Anything that catches my eye, I'll just click on it and read through some of the comments and whatever. Hyrox has 5,000 affiliates. I don't know why this is in r/CrossFit, but let's see. Hyrox is plugging away with their affiliate program, 260% growth this year. Last I saw, CrossFit was still around the 14,000 mark, but hadn't moved much over the past few years with all the troubles. If that growth continues, they will have taken a sizable chunk out of the owner-operated gym market. Interesting times for CrossFit given its challenges with sport. Saying this as someone who thinks the CrossFit LT is the greatest coaching course ever delivered and can be used to teach literally anyone anything. I don't understand how CrossFit haven't weaponized the incredible product they have to establish a much larger network of gyms. Will HQ be concerned? So before I start, I wanted to say that one, a lot of the CrossFit gyms that are Hyrox affiliates right now are a lot of the gyms that are Hyrox affiliates right now are probably also and primarily a CrossFit affiliate. They might just offer a Hyrox class. So that's the first thing that came to mind. The second thing that came to mind is I'm pretty sure to be a Hyrox affiliate, it's like $50 a month or something like that. Let me look it up. How much to be a Hyrox affiliate? So it's $1,200. That's actually a lot. That's more than I thought. So it's $1,200 a year. That's I think at this point 5 times less than it is to be in a CrossFit affiliate. So there's that. Also, like I said, I think most of the Hyrox affiliates are also CrossFit affiliates, primarily CrossFit affiliates. And also, maybe I'm dumb, but I don't think Hyrox has the ability to stick around like CrossFit does because it's just the same thing. It's kind of just one workout. So I don't know that it has the ability to kind of stick around like CrossFit has. So yeah, let's go read some of these comments and see what people think. I just looked at their affiliate map and all of the ones near me are just CrossFit gyms. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. Like, it's pretty much just CrossFit gyms that also pay for the Hyrox affiliate to get the extra people to hold the classes. So yeah. In the release, they basically say they are targeting owner-operator gyms, which means your average CrossFit box, as well as chains like F45 and Gym Group, who both have affiliated lots of locations. They are both after both ends of the spectrum with an add-on service. Yeah, they're basically an add-on service. They're an add-on to CrossFit. They're an add-on to F45. They're an add-on to any other type of gym that wants to just be like, oh, look, we're a Hyrox affiliate. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that's I think that's probably a really good idea for Hyrox, and I think they're probably killing it. But yeah, they're all F45 gyms near me. Yeah. 15,000 people at the last UK race. Is that true? Holy crap. Oh, that's insane. More people took part in an in-person events last year than took part in the online CrossFit Open. People can take part without needing to learn specific skill sets. The only age groups that didn't shrink in the Open last year were 30 and up. While there may be only about 5,000 affiliates, which is an incredible number in only 12 to 18 months, there is an untold number of gyms doing High Rocks workouts with people racing the events. If it's not, and if High Rocks gets bigger, it's not an if High Rocks gets bigger, it's when it gets bigger, if it isn't already. People can take part without needing to learn specific skill sets. Says all you need to know about High Rocks, doesn't it? Why play chess when you could, play checkers? I've seen the videos. It's like checkers, but you make up your own rules. Okay, so I want to address kind of everything in this. 15,000 people at the last UK race. That is insane. That's crazy. And that's cool. That's actually sick. I've been thinking about this. I think CrossFit should hold more, be responsible for holding more in-person stuff for lower level people. It'd be kind of cool if instead of like after the open, what if quarterfinals was your state or your like kind of a closer community, and I went to do quarterfinals in my state. That would be sick. Maybe CrossFit needs to think about that, because clearly people like the in-person, High Rocks is an experience. It's like an experience, and I think people are kind of enjoying going and having that experience. And I think CrossFit's kind of missing that. More people took part in in-person events last year than took part in the online open. That's basically what I was just saying. The online open just feels like you're at home doing a regular workout like you do every day. People can take part without needing to learn specific skill sets. They're saying this like that's a problem with CrossFit, but I really don't think it is. I think CrossFit just needs better branding and it needs better marketing, because there's plenty of people out there in the world who are willing to learn specific skill sets. People want to learn stuff. People want to do new stuff. That's one of the main things that drove me towards CrossFit. Is I went there and there's a 50-year-old dude doing pistols next to me, and I'm like, I can't do pistols. And I'm 19, and there's this 50-year-old doing pistols right here. And I'm like, that's one of the things that drove me into CrossFit in the first place. So, I mean, I think, yeah, you can participate in High Rocks without much coordination, but I don't think that's a negative. I think there's plenty of people who are willing to take the time to learn the skills that you need in CrossFit. The only age groups that didn't shrink in the open last year were 30 plus. That, I think, just goes back to the marketing issue with CrossFit. They haven't marketed. So everybody that started CrossFit when they were in their 20s and 30s and 40s, when CrossFit really blew up, is now just getting older. So while there may only be about 5,000 affiliates, which is an incredible number in 12 to 18 months. Is that how long they've had the affiliate program? 12 to 18 months, and they already have 5,000? That's sick. That's crazy. There's an untold number of gyms doing High Rocks workouts with people racing events. I agree, and I also think, that's pretty much what happened to CrossFit. Is now a lot of gyms are like, oh, we have functional fitness, and then soon people are going to be like, oh, we have fitness racing classes, and there are High Rocks classes, and they don't pay for the affiliate. And that'll start to happen in the future for sure. High Rocks seems kind of boring. The same 8 events with a 1K run in between. Yeah, I guess. But like I said, I think most people are just doing it to do an event. It's like, it's cool. You get the date, you get the time to train for it. You show up, there's lots of people. It's fun. There's music, there's blah, blah, blah. I'm sure people it's clearly not boring. A lot of people are enjoying it. But I mean, what about in 5 years when people have been doing High Rocks for 5 years? I mean, I've been doing CrossFit for almost 6 years, and I regularly do workouts that look nothing like anything I've ever done before. And that keeps me pretty fresh. If in High Rocks, I feel like, yeah, you can do a lot of different workouts with it, but at the end of the day, you're training for the same thing over and over again. And I think I'm interested to see where it is in 5 years. Could say the same thing about running any race, yet there are yeah, I mean, does a marathon sound fun to you? So this won me around previously to the idea it might stick around for a while. People do just running and it's popular. People do just rowing. Yeah, I agree. Like there's marathons out there. Thousands of people do marathons every single year. And again, it's just something to train for. It's something to be out there. I love running races and actually got into CrossFit as I pushed more into trail and ultra trail running. The big difference is you don't do those several times a week, let alone every day. Also, every race is different, so I don't think the comparison is fair. Yeah. I think that's a huge CrossFit format issue. The fact that they don't know what the event is every year means it's hard to watch consistently. What I mean by that is that for many folks, a lot of fun is breaking records and performing first-time feats. Yeah. Records and first-time feats are going to start to get less and less as you've done it for longer and longer. More importantly, knowing that what they're watching when it happens. When a format shifts every event, it doesn't do nearly as well. I don't know. One of the things I love about, I mean, and again, I'm just speaking from my perspective. One of the things I love about CrossFit is just different all the time. One of my favorite things is seeing when new events get announced for the games. Like, oh, I love that. Give me that. So, I think there's stuff out there for both people. And again, I think CrossFit is just doing it wrong right now. They have the thing. They have the thing that could be successful. They're just not doing it right. If CrossFit was smart, they would understand that they don't have to stick to one model of functional fitness. They should create their own versions of High Rocks races and turn that into a competitive format. If a CrossFit is a 52-deck card, they should stop playing just one game and invent some new ones. They need to adapt and accept traditional CrossFit can be done by anyone, but isn't for everyone. Instead, people and affiliates should be allowed to champion different versions of CrossFit Racing Series, for example, versus traditional CrossFit, and functional fitness while still being under the brand name. There are so many ways to branch out. CrossFit Mud Runs. I disagree with all of this. I think that it's watering it down, and I think that they should stick to their niche, stick to what they've got. Yeah, I think CrossFit doesn't hold much weight outside of actual CrossFit. We have a form of fitness for everyone. You know, maybe I do kind of okay. Let me think. I think branching out would help the brand by sending the message of we have a form of fitness for everyone. They have to accept some people don't want to do legless rope climbs or handstand walks. Instead, let these people compete in a way that is meaningful to them and that they can be an athlete they want to be. This would be far more inclusive for 99% of people. But yes, the brand needs a better PR strategy because after the 24 games, I don't think anyone is championing CrossFit as a safe sport, which is an entirely different issue. I kind of agree. Yeah, we have a form of fitness for everyone. Let me think about that. I think that CrossFit is a form of fitness for everyone. Legless, like you should. Why wouldn't you want to be able to do legless rope climbs? I'd love to ask that question to this person. Brand needs a better PR strategy. Yeah, I'm having trouble with this one. I might have to come back to this. But I think CrossFit we're looking for well-rounded and CrossFit does not say that you shouldn't do high rocks. No, nobody in CrossFit would say. Nobody who really knows CrossFit would say no. Don't do a high rocks. Go ahead, do a high rocks. Play basketball. Play rugby. Go do a marathon. Go sign up for a rowing competition. Go compete in gymnastics. Like CrossFit's all about doing everything, using your fitness. Go do mountain biking. So I don't think anybody at CrossFit would say that there's anything wrong with And part of the problem here is that people are assuming that CrossFit's main form of income or whatever is the sport. But I don't think that's true. But also, on the other hand, the sport does bring a lot of people in. I mean, we have people. My gym is a High Rocks affiliate right now, and we have people coming in all the time. They're like, "I want to try High Rocks. I want to try High Rocks." So I mean, yeah, if you can keep like, it's all about getting people in the door, I guess, is what I'm saying. So if one of the ways to get people in the door is having events, then maybe this person's right. You do want to have a form of fitness for everyone. But I mean, like, a lot of competitions have scaled and whatever. What I'm thinking might need to happen to some extent is, and if I held a competition, I would do something like this. Instead of scaling everything, so you'll have somebody, so a lot of competitions, they'll have the workouts, 10 bar muscle ups, uh 10 clean and jerks. I'm just making this up off the dome. 10 bar muscle ups, 10 clean and jerks with 225, 155, and a 400-meter run. Usually what they would do to scale that is they would bring the bar muscle ups down, they would bring the weight on the clean and jerk down, and they would shorten the run. Well, part of the problem with some people who are either new to CrossFit or something, is that there's one guy who can clean and jerk 225 for 10 easy, but can't do bar muscle ups. And then there's another guy who could do 10 bar muscle ups in his sleep, but can't clean and jerk 225 to save his life. So what they'll do is they'll scale both of these things down. And then you get that dude who's doing like 4 bar muscle ups when he's been a gymnast his whole life. He just can't clean and jerk. So it's almost like maybe they need, and this is totally off topic, maybe competitions need more of a scaling by category. So you could like scaled gymnastics and you keep the weight the same, but you scale the gymnastics down, or scaled strength and you keep the gymnastics level up, but scale the strength down for the competition. Because I mean, there's just some people who aren't ever going to be able to cycle a 225 barbell. But that's I guess that's kind of a separate topic. The more people exercising, the better. Yeah, I agree. CrossFit needs competition. I agree. It'll be good for them to have somebody to maybe show them how the frick it's done because they forgot. B, give them something to work towards. Every High Rocks workout I've done at my box was a lot of reps and just body weight. Being someone that loves the barbell, I doubt this will catch on long term. Yeah. Again, I don't know. Also, I would like to note that you can do CrossFit. You can do biased CrossFit if you want. You can do strength biased CrossFit. You can do endurance biased CrossFit. You can adapt CrossFit to however you see fit. In fact, there's been times where I did not feel like doing a lot of strength work, and I basically did endurance biased CrossFit, and it would look like I would do long intervals, like 10 minutes of work with a couple minutes rest, and then 10 minutes work and a couple minutes rest and 10 minutes work, and I would do that for like 5 intervals. I would do long 40-minute AMRAPs, 40-minute EMOMs. I would do, like, there's been times where I've done endurance bias CrossFit, and there's been other times where I've done like strength or power output endurance bias where I barely ever do a Metcon that lasts longer than 5 minutes. And my rest ratios is usually like 1 to 3, 1 to 4, because I wanted to really work that power output. And you can do CrossFit however you want, with a little bit of bias. Okay, I got. This looks interesting. I think it's clear High Rocks positions itself as a sport, and sport is just what we decide is sport. Football, basketball, etc. are all games that people decided to take seriously. I think the sport is designed really well with its majors, last chance qualifiers, and worlds. Easy to follow format for the season that helps build characters' names, which makes fans buy into the sport. Interesting that they've had so much buy-in from gyms, though. Clearly, owners see some value in it, even if it's just to market people doing the events. Looks like there's some real product value in the affiliation through their performance hub and Hinshaw, etc. Yeah, I like High Rocks. That is one thing, and I'm not around High Rocks a lot, but from what I've seen, they don't claim to be like fitness. I mean, not that they're not fitness, but they don't claim to be like like how CrossFit's like CrossFit Sport and CrossFit Affiliate, CrossFit Training, but High Rocks just seems to be like, oh, we're High Rocks, like you're training to do the race. So that's interesting. We've heard the same things about F45, Orange Theory, etc. over the years. Till one of them have some sustained success, I wouldn't be too worried if I were them. Realistically, High Rocks is competing more with Spartan than CrossFit. There is a single High Rocks gym within 200 kilometers of St. Louis area, but something like 50 plus CrossFit gyms. Again, yeah, like F45, Orange Theory. I think there's plenty of space for all of this stuff. F45 is a different demographic, in my opinion. 95% of the people who do F45 where I live would never do CrossFit. Yeah, I agree. Like CrossFit, we have a certain type of person that does it. Is why those people wouldn't do CrossFit, an objectively better product. Seems like people better practice, marketing, and strategy would bring these consumers into CrossFit gyms. Obviously, I can't answer for everyone, but I have the CrossFit is too intense, CrossFit is a cult, or my town isn't massive. Just don't like the gym options that offer CrossFit. Maybe they are intimidated by shirtless dudes doing 140 kg Oli lifts. Yeah. CrossFit's pretty niche, the amount of people that do it. I bet I'll see a High Rocks commercial on TV before CrossFit. That wouldn't surprise me. Which is just stupid because CrossFit already had that position and general recognition. They did all the work, and now someone else is just kind of picking up all the stuff they used to do, but professionalizing it, and it's working. Yeah, it's true. Okay, this is the last comment I'm going to read, and then I'm going to be done because I'm getting amped up. Genuine question. What is the purpose of being a CrossFit affiliate gym in 2024 and beyond? If you're a gym owner in Denver, what's the downside of naming your gym Mile High Functional Fitness and still doing thrusters and burpees like the guy down the street that's named CrossFit 303? The space is saturated as hell. F45, Orange Theory, CrossFit bootcamp classes. Consumers don't care anymore. They aren't looking for a CrossFit gym anymore. They are looking for a place to exercise close to them, clean, has class workouts that work with their life, has like-minded people, etc. I know people who trained at a CrossFit gym with me, had kids move 10 miles north, and then decided to do boot camp classes or something like Crunch Fitness, where they would now mix their own lifting and a few generic workout classes. They didn't look for another CrossFit gym. CrossFit HQ has literally zero pole. Nearly every gym I go to has rogue equipment, sandbags, turf areas, C2 rowers, etc. I never once think, is this a CrossFit affiliate? LOL. People in America will likely underestimate how popular outdoor exercise is, running and cycling, mainly in Europe. I've been to bodybuilding gyms in the UK. It is not packed like a Gold's Gym in America. People there are very comfortable with running as a recreational activity and primarily means to exercise, much less enthusiastic about barbell sport, which is ultimately what CrossFit is. So my gym right now that I'm going to is actually not affiliated to CrossFit because the closest affiliate to me is 25-minute drive away. And everybody who coaches there is has at least their L1. We do proven programming, and so to answer this question, what is the point of being an affiliate in 2024? I don't know. My gym seems to be doing fine without the affiliation. They just call their classes functional fitness classes. This really sucks. It's kind of sad. At this point, it could be argued the brand is a net negative. Sadly, I think that's true in some places. People used to come into gyms because they were CrossFit gyms and they heard about CrossFit. People don't do that anymore. Anyway, I've had enough High Rocks talk, so I'm going to call that good. The last thing I'm going to talk about is that Jason Hopper left HWPO and moved to Brute. Also of note, one of their athlete coaches, Jake Marconi, is stepping away from elite coaching and moving to running HWPO Strong, previously ran by Rob Kearney. HWPO, I'm just going to read some of the comments. Actually, let me give my thoughts first. I'm not really surprised by this. I feel like, I'm surprised that he went to Brute, but I'm not surprised that he left HWPO. Clearly it wasn't working for him. He had the issues where he moved back away from Vermont. He's been working out at CrossFit Crash with JR, who I think's been doing a lot of his programming. So I'm not really surprised that he's leaving HWPO. Now, as far as joining Brute, I don't know what Brute is. I don't know who they have. I'm pretty sure they have Danielle Brandon is his boy Pepper is a Brute athlete, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read some of the comments. HWPO is having a rough time. I haven't seen any videos on people inside their gym. Is it an affiliate? Do they have members other than their online platform? I don't think it has classes with the public, so not an affiliate in the normal sense. Yeah, I definitely don't think HWPO is a CrossFit affiliate. Their little headquarters in Vermont. And yeah, I never see anybody in there. I don't see any YouTube videos. I don't see any Instagram posts. I mean, I know it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, I think, in Vermont, and I don't think people were loving it. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with HWPO. I wonder how their online programming is doing. I feel like they need some more people in like the main space. Who do they have anymore? Mal's left. Katrin's retired. I think Amanda Barnhart is maybe still there. Hopper left. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of people. Oh, there's only 2 comments. Surprised he went to Brute. Not exactly a well-known games program. First proven, and now HWPO losses most of their clientele. Not exactly a good look for two top-tier athlete programs come crushing down. The 2 top men this year were Brute. It's very well known. Yeah, I mean, Sprague's Brute, right? Pepper's Brute. Danielle Brandon's Brute, I think. I don't know if she still is. Emma Carey, who was really good, was Brute for a long time. Yeah, so interested to see how this goes for Hopper. I think he's probably still going to be training at Crash, but yeah, I think that's all I got for tonight. So see you guys tomorrow.